Well, this really came to light on Friday from the Washington Post, and it again surrounds the US government strikes on these boats in the Caribbean. The Washington Post reporting that during the first in these series of strikes on these boats alleged to be trafficking drugs, back on the September 2nd when this happened, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth issued an order to, quote, kill everybody on the vessel. Now, after an initial strike on a small vessel left 2 people alive and clinging to that stricken vessel, a second strike on that vessel was then carried out in order to fulfill Hegseth's wishes. Now, the Post article contains analysis from a former military lawyer named Todd Huntley, who said that there's a possibility that such an order amounts to murder and could even be a war crime. Now, the administration is backing up Hegseth. Donald Trump saying that he did nothing wrong, saying that Hegseth told him he didn't give the order to kill everyone, and aides around Trump are also slamming the Washington Post reporting. We heard from Karoline Leavitt in the press briefing on Monday. She rejected the notion that this was illegal, choosing her words very carefully, it should be said, and also choosing not to go off of her prepared words that she had written down. She said that the order was given by Admiral Bradley, the commander of the US Special Operations Command. He was the one, she said, who gave the order to carry out the second strike, but said that he was well within his right to do so, calling it, quote, self-defense. Now, Pete Hegseth is also kind of poo-pooing this and brushing it away. He went so far as to post a meme of a children's character on a book cover firing on boats from a helicopter, saying that you should add this to your Christmas list. So the administration not saying that there is anything untoward here, but the incident is being looked into by the oversight committees in the House and the Senate. Several Democrats and a senior Republican even saying that the follow-up strike was a possible war crime. So this likely is not going away anytime soon for the administration.
Indeed, Hegseth making that quote and using that image of it looked like a ninja turtle or something, didn't it? It's a very flippant way of approaching what is the taking of life in a very serious circumstance. And one wonders how far this congressional investigation will get.
Well, there's certainly been some breaking with the president on Capitol Hill recently. Look at where we were with the Epstein files just a couple of weeks ago, and within a week, the entirety of Congress, ultimately, apart from one Republican lawmaker in the House, flipped on the administration and decided to back the release of the Epstein files. So there is now precedent on Capitol Hill for lawmakers not doing what the president wants. But this is arguably going to be something where they will close ranks a bit more around Pete Hegseth. But what's going to be interesting, though, is how this also plays out in the Pentagon, because there has been reporting in the last couple of weeks that there's been some discomfort between Pete Hegseth and Dan Driscoll, the Secretary of the Army. He is the one that is now flying around the Middle East and also heading around Europe to try to broker this peace deal between Russia and Ukraine. And apparently that's ruffled some feathers with Pete Hegseth as well. And there's been rumours that he may be on the outs and Dan Driscoll's star may be rising in the White House ranks as well. So that also is something to watch for here. But it again is another controversy that Pete Hegseth has found himself embroiled in.